Good afternoon. We're going to start going over transformations of parabolas in vertex form. So if I were you, what I would do right now is I would pause the video so that I could, so we can copy this part down. So pause the video now. All right. So each one of these variables that are a part of vertex form have different meanings and tell you where and how your graph is going to transform, how it's going to change from its original state. So our A gives us a lot of information. If the absolute value of your A is greater than 1, so if it's like 3 or 4 or 5 or anything like that, greater than 1, then your graph is going to get really, really narrow, which means it's going to get really, really skinny. If your A is between 0 and 1, the absolute value is between 0 and 1, so if it's a fraction like 1/2, 1/3, 3/4, then your graph is going to get really, really fat. That means it's going to get wider. And then if A is negative, then it's going to reflect vertically, which means that it is going to have a sad face. It's going to open down. Then we have H and K. H and K give us our vertex. Make sure you always change the sign of your H, and then K, the sign stays the same. Now, H tells you which way it's going to shift horizontally. Horizontal means left and right. And K tells whether it's going to go up or down. So we're going to start with our first example. I'm going to scroll down for our first example. We have f of x is equal to x minus 1 squared minus 3. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my parent function, my parent parabola. This is mommy parabola. We have a point right here on 0, 0. That's going to be my vertex. And don't forget our 1, 3, 5 rule. So we're going to go over 1 and up 1, over 1 and up 3. That's not 3. Over 1 and up 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we can't go up 5, so then we're going to go over 1 and up 1 to the left, and over 1 up 3 on the other side, and we're going to connect it, and we have our parabola. So once we have our parent parabola, we can go ahead and start graphing the one that we have here. So remember, we're going to write our vertex. This changes into a positive 1, and because that's our H. And then negative 3 stays the same. That's our K. So that's going to be negative 3. Please be sure to put it in parentheses because it is an ordered pair. So we're going to go over 1 and down 3, which is this point. This is 1, negative 3. And again, from here, we're going to do our 1, 3, 5 rule. So we're going to count over 1 and up 1, over 1 and up 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then if we go over 1 and up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's going to take us off the graph. So we can't do that. And then we're just going to reflect and connect our parabola. I hope yours looks way better than mine. So now we need to look at our graph. How did it change? How did it change from the black one, which is our original, to our blue one? Well, the vertex went to the right 1 unit. And then it also went down 3 units. And that is based on our vertex that we have here. So this 1 made it go to the right 1 unit. And then my negative 3 made it go down 3 units because it's negative. Okay, so in the next video, we are going to go over one of the examples inside of the Foldable.